The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 after a month of use. It's almost hard to believe that it's been a full month with the Fold 6, but time certainly flies. I've made my peace with the fact that the Fold 6 and the Fold series in general is never going to be the flashiest Fold. It's not going to have cutting-edge design. It's not going to be the first through the wall with features. It's not going to match something or rival something like the OnePlus Open, but I really don't think... I've gotten comfortable with the fact that I don't think Samsung's really trying to do that. I think Samsung understands what it offers people with the Fold series. I think Samsung knows that they have an installed user base of people who like what they offer already with the Fold series. And I think they're fine catering to those people as opposed to taking big swings and big chances on design changes that might alienate the people who do like the Fold as it is. You're going to get some refreshes. You're going to get small upgrades year over year, but I think they're going to leave the bigger, flashier elements to other manufacturers and be okay kind of offering, hey, we're the reliable choice. We're the sturdy choice. We're the refined choice. We're the choice you come to when you want to be comfortable investing your $2,000. And believe it or not, there's going to be plenty of people who take that trade, who trade in a flashier design for knowing that their $2,000 investment is in relatively good hands. Quick announcement, I'm going to be doing an article on this later in the week. I am full-time at Android Police now. Nothing changes here. Steve Delicious Tech is going to be the same. You're just going to be seeing me more on the internet as opposed to less, with articles and videos over on that side of things as well. So let's talk about the Fold 6 after a month. Outer display, good enough. I am fine with what this does. Now, you have these other devices that are a thumb's paradise where you have plenty of room and you can type and you can scroll. To me, it's good enough. And the thing that the extra millimeter provides is just a little extra room for my thumbs. Typing is comfortable. Scrolling is good. Scrolling really wasn't an issue. All the way back to the Fold 2 with that very narrow display, I was able to scroll comfortably, Twitter, Instagram. Content consumption was fine. It was more when I wanted to type back messages, WhatsApp, that really annoyed me. On the Fold series period ended until the Fold 4 when they gave us a couple extra millimeters. Now that extra one with the squared off design puts a really nice feel in the hand. But what I like is that even though it's a little bit bigger, it's still more compact than other manufacturers, so it maintains one-handability. I can use the Fold 6 comfortably one-handed. I can't say that for the OnePlus Open. I can't say that for the Pixel Fold. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say that for the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. I like the fact that the Fold 6 for a foldable is relatively compact. One-handed, no issue. Even when I open it up, if you have larger hands, I could palm this without any problem whatsoever and then be able to scroll here or just watch stuff or do stuff with the other hand. It's an advantage that I get all the benefits of a large internal display, but I could still palm it and maintain it, and it feels secure holding it because I don't want to drop it. So I do like that. And when you open it up, it's big enough on the inside. You do get kind of that foldable experience. Is it the full tablet experience that you're going to get with some of these larger folds? No, but it's a larger app phone experience, which is good enough. Someone wanted to see multitasking. Look, multitasking on this device is pretty much the way it's been since 2017. I keep the taskbar at the bottom. You can, of course, hold and get rid of that. I like having it there only because then I could pull up my app menu here and pull up another app and have a floating app. So I like that for multitasking. Is it an older multitasking method? Is it OnePlus Open? Is it Open Canvas on the OnePlus Open? Not as exciting as that. I really do wish, if there's one thing, we're going to talk about software in a minute, but if there were one thing that I wish that Samsung would work on with the Fold 6, it's multitasking and making the software a little bit more exciting. But there you have it. Software on the Fold 6. If you're going to consider something like this over one of the flashier devices, and size isn't the thing that you're focused on, it's going to be software. Consistent updates, reliable updates, and length of updates. 7 years of support on this device. You're going to get Galaxy AI with a portion of that. But when you compare it to the other foldables in the marketplace, One UI is still the most reliable and consistent Android distribution. Now, it's gotten a little staid. right? It's nothing flashy. It's nothing over the top. Design-wise, that's a good thing. It's pretty much relatively, they made that the refresh a few years ago, and they've stuck with it. But that's okay because, again, you're spending $2,000. A little boring isn't the end of the world. The software is excellent. I never fear when I go ahead and push that update button at the beginning of the month that my Wi-Fi is not going to work. I never hit that button to restart after an update and my Bluetooth isn't working. I don't have those issues on One UI, and that matters. We seem to forget that software is half the performance. When I was ragging on the Pixel 6 as much as I was, people would say, oh, it wasn't a problem with the Pixel 6 hardware. It was a problem with Android 12. Well, did it ship with anything else? Same thing here. Software matters, and Samsung ships pretty darn good software. Let's talk about the cameras. Throw up some shots. I don't have a problem with the cameras on the Fold 6. I understand that they're not the flag. I almost got caught up in that. Let's talk about that for a moment. That concept or that phrase, flagship level camera. Okay, it's not the S24 Ultra camera system. And I understand a lot of people have a problem with that because they say, whoa, wait a minute now. I'm paying all this money. I'm paying all the money. I'm paying $2,000. How is it that I have to compromise on anything? Because that's life. If you want everything, then you're going to have a thicker camera bar in the back. Maybe it's going to cost more money. There's all different things that go into that hinder what you're allowed to on a folding device and allowed to include or can include. Samsung is not prioritizing the camera as much as people would like on the Fold 6, but you could see from the images they're not bad. Stop talking about the camera system on the Fold 6 like it's a potato. It's not. That's not fair. You might want more versatility. You might want more, all these things that you might want on there. I get it. But that's why the S24 Ultra exists. We're going to see what the Pixel 9 Pro Fold offers in terms of giving you a more flagship camera experience on a foldable device. But Samsung is keeping this thing compact. They're keeping it small. And it's not something that you should be focused on if you're buying a Fold 6, or it's not something you should harp on, rather, because the camera is still pretty darn good, even if it's not maybe to the exact spec of the S24 Ultra. But you do pick up a lot of things. Hinge is by far the best hinge on a foldable, I felt. It's a solid hinge. It's a sturdy hinge. It's something that actually feels like it could last for the 7 years of support that you get. It's one of the best. It's certainly the best hinge that Samsung has ever produced. And by extension, probably the best hinge on any foldable device that I felt so far here available in the United States. I know this comes off as very pro Samsung. And the only reason is because I do feel like people give the Fold 6 a hard time. So I'm kind of reflexively defending it because I don't think that's fair. I think that Samsung caters to people who know what they like. They want a smaller foldable device with reliable software that does the job, and it's sturdy and reliable and all those things that we talked about. And I do believe that's the Fold 6. So I'll give you that. I'll concede that argument. Never going to be the flashiest device on the block. Never going to rival, it seems, at this point, the OnePlus Open or the Vivo devices or the Honor Magic V3 or whatever's coming out that's going to be that razor-thin foldable. It's never going to go after those devices year over year with design changes. But you know what? I don't think Samsung's trying anymore. They know what they offer. A lot of people like it. It's like a comforting blanket over here. It's safe. It's safe. And I'm sorry, but sometimes with an investment that large, that's not the end of the world, and it's going to appeal to more people than you think. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.